Hey guys, and welcome back to my EU5 Polish campaign. You see, so far it's going really nicely. We've got all of these terrains as the subjects. This is my terrains, this is also subjects. As you see, we are spreading the control by using the subjects, because obviously anything outside of Poland is not gonna be much controlled. But inside Poland, I'm focusing a lot on increasing our control, increasing our proximity for various stuff like roads or getting out of cities that are following the rivers to achieve what we are doing so far. And that allowed us to already get to 540 tax base, and we'll keep improving that today, same as I will keep conquering the new terrains up north. I also found out, talking to one of my colleagues, that trigger modifier to get Union Lithuania is to have Teutonic Order exist. And then there's obviously some stuff like your ruler or their heir, or their heir, your ruler, or both rulers or both heirs not having a marriage and being the different gender. Having that in mind, I will kill Lithuania today. I'm gonna show you a great way of doing that. I'm also in the middle of integrating Halich, as you prefer me to say it, although I like saying Halich, as I mentioned in the last video. It just sounds so much better and it triggers so many people. You see, this is gonna be annexed in the next 30 years. I ended the video of building so many scriptoriums, but also theaters. Theaters are helping increasing your cultural tradition, but also decreasing the unrest. Later into the game, I want to move my capital to Warsaw, especially if I annex this and conquer this, for a nice spread of control. But now if I did this, see, Warszawa is here, I would have great control here and better spread here thanks to the river. But since the spread of proximity works with rivers but only follows the river, my control here will be complete shit. I would have like 30% of control of Kraków, which we don't want. It has 100 of base tax. You see, the proximity cost when you're going downstream along the river is minus 30. So, you know, proximity cost for land by default is 40, but with the river, it goes down to 10. That's why they're like building the towns and cities following the river is so important and so strong. Art School is a unique building. You can have one in your country, in your capital, that gives additional cultural tradition and local cultural influence. Let me call the same, so our parliament in Kraków, which is gonna... Ties to subjects wouldn't be so bad, but obviously it comes with 0 of default support. I will have a few percentage from my crown lands, but I would prefer to go for something that is gonna give me by default almost 50% of support. Let's go for outward here, and let's fabricate the casus belli on Lithuania. How about we go for Podlasie? What are the cities here, by the way? Because my wife is from around here. Oh, there used to be Łosice here, but they removed it. I think it's Łuków now instead. How about decent amount of manpower we're having? Do we have any armories in the countries? We have 5, but we cannot build new ones because I didn't unlock this from an advance yet. But from the ones that we took over for subjects and from the lands we conquered, we are getting some decent amount of manpower. So how about we recruit some regulars? You see, the regulars are gonna have in early game much lower size versus levies. The levies have 1,000, the peasant levies. Footmen here has 100. And they'll be giving you different modifiers. So for example, archers or horsemen, you'll be having high initiative, which means they'll be first to actually join and attack in the battles. And they'll be also having various modifiers. So you, for example, see that horsemen have 4 of combat power and 5 of combat speed. While footmen, for example, have 1 of combat power and 2 of combat speed. But keep in mind, also horsemen is twice smaller in size, the regiment, versus the footmen. Camp followers will be helping you with the foot, and then later in the game you'll be also unlocking the artillery for the sieges, and in late game actually doing a lot of damage. For now, let me just simply get a few footmen. Let me just make sure to do... I think these battles are useless, to be honest, but if you do this, they're gonna recruit slower, but give you more experience. Let's recruit 300, 500 of them. So looks like gold is no longer profitable to be imported. With shift, I can just cancel all of it. Even this gold that I'm getting to Riga is not profitable. Let's cancel it. And let's decrease this as well. But see, this is all my trade nodes in Krakow. I just freed 20 of capacity. I'll actually give it a month tick first to understand. By the way, Galicia is in my hands already, the trade-wise. Let's take a look. What is import-wise? Let's try importing more silver because the gold you've seen is not that worth it. A bit more of these things as well. And then I can focus on the exports. As obviously exports are also boosting our internal production, unless it's gold, so not gold export. But definitely amber and definitely salt and coal. Because I have a lot of this being produced in the country. So see, my trade income should be increasing. It's 70 here, might be decreasing as well. Yeah, we're up to 80 of the trade income. Oh, and anyway, I'm exporting a bit too many gems compared to the amount of the gems that we have in the country. See, now that I recruited these armies, they are actually having some monthly maintenance in the manpower. So they cost not only to reinforce, but also to maintain. Anyway, let's declare that war on Lithuania. Is it still taking? Military access. Let's cancel the military access, yes, for sure. Another thing that I want to test, because in one of the cabinet actions, maybe instead of developing, you can do improve endeavors. And, you know, diplomatic reputation, one of the things that it is impacting, maybe if I take it and go to Diplo, one of the things that it is impacting is how much AE you're gonna get when piecing out. It's actually not showing here, but I'll show you when I'll be piecing out. So that helps, but also, it's not only allowing you to improve relation faster, but also more. See, now I can improve to 300 instead of 220 with my subjects. So that seems like something that I want to keep for a while. Let me just replace that character and just look for the crown guys to increase crown power, not the power of the other estates. And this guy has 69 Diplo skills, so it's not bad. Same, appointing a general from crown is gonna give even more crown power. So actually having some standing army is definitely of help. Let's just take a look. Crown. You see, having a bishop, Wiesław Piast, gives 25% of power. Oh, we also unlocked universities. That's great. Let's build them. That's another source of getting even more of literacy, but also cultural influence and promotion speed. So you can get peasants to become laborers, to be employed in the buildings. Let's definitely focus on locations with the highest control, so around Krakow. Yeah, this is very expensive building. As for advances, in Age of Renaissance, I have 62 of them taken, so I still have some to take. I'm not finished yet. Cost of the court is gonna be of use. A dock, as I'm going towards sea and bark, is gonna be very important later on. And so it's entrepot and spine network construction for the claims. Now in the military is the one that is missing the most. I definitely have to prioritize the armories in here. And also some unit types like artillery and men at arms. And then crossbowmen. Cavalry, I don't think I'm gonna use cavalry that early. Recruitment law for sure. Reinforced speed. Yeah, how about we just get the normal cavalrymen? So that's 20 more advances I'll be taking in that age before I move to the age of discovery advances. And I want to go and focus on universities. Oh, actually not a great power anymore. Because I would be a hegemon for the culture already. Let's take a look on countries. Trebizond is just before us. They have 299 score. I have 290. I think it's because I've lost some legitimacy. Fixing legitimacy and stability should get me back on track. Anyway, let's declare on Lithuania. At last. My subjects will bring a lot of troops. How much Lithuania? You are gonna have 10,000 levies. I can bring 20,000 of my own. Let's just go full all-in into that war just to handle it properly. So I'm gonna run with... So they have 10k. I'm gonna run with 2 stacks. Yeah, now the stacks should be same in the size. And I don't know if I want to micromanage. Let's micromanage this war. Focusing on the capitals of locations. Let's just get a leader here. And obviously on the forts. So going after Biała Podlaska. Over here about Bielsk Podlaski. Zlewikk, your pronunciation of the Polish provinces is really good. Where did you learn it? So most importantly, I have to go after the capital Vilnius. But that's gonna take a while to get there. So in general, for that war, I should be taking lands with the lower control. So all of this, this, and this would be the ideal match. Or there's also an alternative way. I just have to occupy Vilnius. Is to cut off Vilnius from any other locations. So if I went, you're not gonna like it, for something like this, you'll see what's gonna cause. For now, let's just do the war. I will handle the PZ a bit later. We could take a look though at potential coalition. Should I improve relations with anyone? Jochit, Lower Don, and Pinsk. But Pinsk is a subject, isn't it? Yeah. And Jochin is dead. The only one that should improve with is Lower Don. Where's Lower Don? Yeah, we could improve with them a bit. Or just kill them later. I see my subjects are doing the carpet system. Shit! That battle is surely lost. I didn't balance the unit. Look, everyone is in the middle. 3-1 losses. Yeah, they got me off guard. This should be how the stack looks like. I'm not sure I want to even attack with this 12,000. Because that's bad terrain to fight. If you go to tactical map mode, you see fighting here is a -1. But then also I think there was a river crossing here. So that was a -2 we fought on. Okay, they attacked me and immediately ran away. Because they saw me coming with the second stack. I just got assault ability for my leader, but I don't think I want to assault 200 people fort. Oh no, guys. What seemed an easy war is not gonna be that anymore, because Bohemia is smart and decided that they're gonna join that war on the side of Lithuania, because we are rivals. How many troops is Bohemia gonna bring? They are #1 great power, guys. Just a reminder. They'll bring way too many troops. Fortunately, I've built some forts, so these are gonna protect me, but we have to handle Lithuania quickly and change focus into Bohemia. In the meantime, just hope these forts are gonna protect myself. So I got attacked by the biggest Lithuanian stack, but I was next by with the siege. So even though I was probably losing that battle, now they're reinforced, that's gonna be a massacre for them. Oh, they lost 1,000 more. I think I'm lacking a fort here. How about we start building something? Go tactical map mode. Rzeszów and Konin and Zgierz. But though I feel like they're gonna go in here and start carpet sieging, not just focus on the forts. Troops wise, we've got 55,000, they have 45,000. I see the Schlachta insurgents are loading after all. Let's see. Actually, they would get a massive amount of the terrains. We'll have to work on stopping it. How about instead of assimilating Volodymyr, we go and do rebel crackdown. On Schlachta insurgents. That should slow them down until I improve the relations. See, when you put an attach, AIs will be very likely to attach, even the big ones like Galicia here. I now will just have to find the big Lithuanian stack to fight them. Oh shit. These guys are not only going through my forts, but they also bring in 20,000 towards here. Not good, not good. Let's unite the armies. Renovating the University of Krakow. Just look at this, 20 towards innovative. Innovative is super useful because it gives cultural influence and max literacy. And they are attacking us here in the fort. I have a bad feeling about this battle. But let's see how it looks like. If the losers are close, we have a chance. We're losing a bit more, but I think not more enough for them to crush us. And I'm also looking, they don't have many reserves. Yeah, I think we'll be winning that. But the losses are gonna hurt. See, we've lost 600 more. But actually this flank is, I'm more worried about it. Does Bohemia have any standing army? They have 32,000. No, that must be lying. That tooltip often lies. There's no chance they have 20,000 regulars. They have 20,000 manpower. But liberals, they only have 3,000. Okay, so that's definitely not the reason why I'm getting my ass clacked. I hope these guys aren't coming after me. But you see, they've lost one flank. The battle's the other flank. That's gonna increase the losses at the end of the battle. So actually, in the end, thanks to the quantity advantage, we caught up and made it more even. And look, Lithuania is even hiring mercs. But yeah, the numbers, it is so even. And we're losing more because of our AIs, of course. They're all over the place, the subjects. But as we took that fort, let's now try using our numbers, like having one big stack, to catch and kill some of the enemies, like this 3,000. This is a wipe potential thanks to numbers advantage. Yeah, just look at this. Let's maybe go speed 4, please. Actually, that's not bad for them. I expected more, but we have to be very cautious with all the movements. At least what's useful about the AIs is that they can position nicely. You see, most of Lithuania is actually siege down, which gives me war score. But I need to now focus on winning battles and increasing their size, because that also impacts the war enthusiasm. Oh yeah, and education of the elites. I want to do probably education of the people, because it gives literacy for everyone, but it makes nobles and clergy not so satisfied. Which is not so good for, especially for Szlachta. Clergy have high satisfaction anyway. So what are the alternatives? Well, efficiency of the cabinet is also not bad. But it's just so little literacy. Literacy is strong, and this is also nice because innovative and humanists are the two associative values I want to go for. Let me take this, even if it means a bit less of taxation on Szlachta. I'll let AIs handle this. Oh, maybe just kill this 5k. But I have to come back home and focus on researching stuff. While my levies is down to 10,000, I'm able to re-recruit another 2,000. So let's do that immediately. I think I have to, at all costs, to try piecing out Bohemia, because they will just kill my AIs over and over, and even me, because I don't have enough army. I have 11,000. That's why I'm gonna go and try carpet sieging locations without forts. I am about to be destroyed here by 20,000 Bohemians. I only have 10,000. Let's try separate piecing them. I have 8% war score on the siege went down. So how about we propose them full money, war reparations, and military access? How about instead of war reparations? And how about it shows here what they want actually. And how about we also give you less money? 1.4 thousand, I almost have that much. Okay. See? AIs can pose a challenge. I think that's one of the last moments what they can do in this campaign. But now we can turn back on Lithuania, just siege them down. Oh, that's even more minuses. Funding the University of Krakow. 1.6 ducats. Otherwise, this would happen. I will guess we'll take a few more loans. I think same as I have a general for a standing army, I should also make some navy. And unlock barracks. Because navy is gonna allow me to get an admiral for even more crown powers. So we just have to build some docks first. That war is also not good for economy. You know, all those people I took from the population, all the occupations, devastation, I've lost 100 base tax already. Not to mention all the trading that was cancelled out because I couldn't trade with Praha anymore. And with the trades recreated, actually the trade econ is higher than before the war, at 95. Now you see when I'm looking at specific cost of specific location and AE impact, I'm getting minus 57% antagonist impact for the fact of my high diplomatic reputation, and another minus 10 from legislative efficiency. Even though I have 99 war score, they still don't want to accept. They'll be too fractured, but it has to happen. And they surrender just a month later. So, you're not gonna like this peace deal at first, but by the end of this video, you're gonna love this peace deal. So, the goal is, first of all, I told you to take locations with low control. So what I'm doing here, here, and here. and then cut off their capital, so Vilnius, from the other locations. And you'll see after a while why. See, antagonism is totally fine. I have probably to pass a month tick first. Now the question is, let's just get rid of this. The question is, do we release subjects here? Are there... I see don't have much diplomatic capacity. Are there historical subjects that I could release? Over here, that would be interesting. That'll be wrong religion, so I think that'll be wrong religion anyway if I do it via normal custom subjects. Let's just create one in here. And another one in here. And I don't want to spam the subjects too much because of my capacity being limited. And next thing Alec is gonna... I think actually I can fix it. Because I am in a international organization with them. I was doing that to keep relations high, but I don't need that anymore. That should fix it. Yeah, I can just release the other subjects now. So it's gonna be like that. The rest of the trains, that's actually a lot. I wanted to keep for myself. How much more capacity? I have some capacity. So let's see, these are all small. Let's release 2 more. That's our diplomatic map mode. Core land in our hands. I will have to do some integrations. That's fine. This one is about to finish. And still fighting the Szlachtas, so that one has to still work. And that diplomatic reputation is useful for the improved relations. I'm gonna also keep it. In the next age, I'll have to unlock the next cabinet seat. We can even get a parliament issue to speed up the integration, both for the duration per parliament, but also a flat bonus to Bielsk. And I definitely want to pass it with like less than leave obligations, etc. Now, what I had in mind, why did I cut off their capital from everything else? Let me show you the proximity map mode. See, they have absolutely 0 proximity because the AI does not think about switching the capital when it's that bad. I'm sure they're gonna patch it at some point, but use that trick before it's not patched. That was my suggestion definitely that I shared with Paradox, which then of course impacts control. It's gonna slowly drop down, but you see this is gonna drop from 82 to 25. And obviously court promises to stay around 15% even with 0 proximity. King's speech, they want to make Belarusian dialect of Ruthenian a court language. How about we keep it as it is? I'm over the limit of relations, so how about we annex Farmia? That's just gonna take 4 years. So easy peasy, even though they have multiple locations. Oh yeah, and we have the start date of EU4. That's how the world looks like. Poland is a bit bigger. Denmark expanding into Sweden. That's actually a rare. Usually Sweden kills Denmark. We've got a big Ulster here. Obviously France being a big blob. This time they're not killing Aragon, which is a rare, but Morocco killing Portugal and Castile killing Portugal is not a rare. Ottomans are stuck, they even lost some territories to Byzantium, which is actually recreating the Byzantium slowly. Obviously we have a few of these tanks that got created. In Italy, Florence is expanding and so is Ferrara. Pope is barely existing, and in Germany we have a few mid-sized blobs like Brunswick, Münster, Frisia, Utrecht, Brandenburg, Hesse, Württemberg, to Bavarias. What is this? Lausanne? Even Brescia and Milan. All of the debt is repaid, and you see I also returned to my previous base tax. So how the impact of the generals and admirals on influence is, you can get up to 25% on the percentage share of all of the generals and admirals being currently appointed. So I get 25 from admiral and 25 from general because I just have one for each. That brings my crown power already for 43%. How's literacy of Poland? Yeah, compared to Europe, you're looking pretty good. You see with all of the non-rural locations having libraries, and obviously I will be investing in the universities soon. But first I need to bribe Szlachta to increase their loyalty. It costs 2,000, as I really don't want to fight that civil war. Never really tested the drill army. See, that's a monthly experience gain. I assume that's the line here. I see it's reducing the damage received in the combat. Sounds pretty strong. I'm gonna test the drill to the maximum. Oh, that event might be saving my life, because this is now up to 40. The Szlachta insurgents are decreasing. Which means I can use that guy to actually integrate a province instead. Now I looked at an armory, so the building that gives you monthly manpower. Armories are really powerful building, not only because it allows you to build professional armies, but also it requires a lot of goods for the production. You see, it requires firearms and weaponry, it requires paper, it requires cloth, and it requires leather. What it means, it's gonna actually boost your economy to have a lot of armories requiring these goods. So I'm gonna start doing is building a bunch of armories with all the money that I'm having now. And then I'm gonna start following up these armories with the few goods that you see will need for the production method. Can also immediately start building more of the regulars. I'll just do one cavalry, and it's all gonna be focused on the footmen. I might LARP a bit with cavalry later on, but that's gonna be the Wind Hussars. In the meantime, we have possibility to build more cities. Wrocław and Rawa could become ones. This is actually still a rural settlement. Oh, it has so much wool. No, it has too strong of a RGO. Is it too strong though? No, let's build a city here as well. This one is a salt one, but it's already a town, so I can improve it to a city soon when I get money. See, the goods are so cheap, I can get it for 1.3 thousand. Now you see I'm getting 81 manpower from these buildings. It's gonna increase because we have also to employ people in these armories. And also my army maintenance with 1,000 of army is 35. So, let me now start following up with the few goods. Like you see, the price of leather is already increased. We need to build many more tanners. The price of some other goods like, I think, cloth and paper is already also much higher, and so is the weaponry. We have to span all of these buildings now, and that's gonna skyrocket our base tax. Now, of course, the armors will cost you money. So in the buildings here that I'm paying currently 23 ducats a month for the armors, but with 520 income, it is abysmal. That gives me already with the people being hired 181 manpower a month. It's a max manpower of almost 11,000. And all the buildings that I'm following up with already also increase my base tax, which is at almost 600 at this point. So the fact is, what I'm gonna get back from taxation of all of the buildings that armories are boosting will be actually returning me a big chunk of what I'm investing and paying for the armories, and it's also like speeding up the whole economy. Remember, some money is coming to me in taxes, but the rest of the money produced there is staying in the estate's hands, and since the estates are rather happy, especially these two, they will be investing the money themselves into the building locally. Looks like I don't have course on this location that I just integrated because of wrong culture. Let's take a look. Is it something with Prussian? There's not many of them, but I see they would use a lot of capacity. So I'd rather save it for the Lithuanian culture later. And this just converts. We need to become a great power again, so we have the cultural hegemon to do it more efficiently. Got them trap zones. Yeah, oh, we're so close. We're so close. We get this. Is that actually army experience? So the drilling gives kind of more than in EU4. It reduces damage by 22%. So it's minus 50% damage taken by these units when fully drilled. And yeah, we are a great power now. Are we not there yet to become a cultural hegemon? But you see, it's really close. We need to get more libraries and then universities done. But anyway, you see in the short time, that last boost in the base tax, we got it to 634 already with all the buildings done. About the truce with Lithuania is about to end. Pretty much all the locations are down to minimal control that they can have, besides these two. Which means the next war, you'll see the peace is gonna be just beautiful. Ideally, we should be also the military hegemon. How many troops do we need to do that? Too many, I think, for us for now. The Warsaw cost would be of use. Oh, our king just died. The new one is, I think, even better. Listen to Diplo. I really think they improved something of this character's design here. I have more of them being worse. And we can educate our heir. Let's make sure it's expensive education. He's not gonna be too good. He's about to go full age. We also unlocked men at arms, so I can improve all the footmen through these new units, which I think have increased, regiment size from 100 to 200. We also did unlock artillery, So let me start recruiting this already, because we want to use them for the sieges. I think I'm gonna accept the Slovak culture. It doesn't cost much, and oh, it's actually too small to be accepted. I can just tolerate, so that should just help with the rebels. Yeah, I was helping to accept. The truce should be ending now as well. Let's do a new parliament. That's a good one. No more building costs, instant development, and towards land. That needs levies, and let's get a claim on Lithuania as soon as the truce ends, which is in a few days. Now I want to go towards land, so we want to pass this issue actually. Let's do this. Oh yes, innovative. And then we can balance it. Oh, humanis as well. We don't want to get these guys too disloyal. So I'm gonna actually take this. Belligerent is also great. Now we wait for the event to increase it to 50. And let's declare that war and have fun. This one should be much easier. I don't think Bohemia is gonna intervene again. Plus, I'm not even planned to use my levies. We'll just go with our standing army to siege down forts and let the AIs do everything else. See, now with 10 altar units, I'm getting additional free siege bonus on that siege here. I think I can rush it, because also the bonus that what the standing army is good at is assaulting forts and sieging. So if I do that, I think that should be more than easy to rush. Oh, just 1,000 of losses. And what standing army can do is also to refill the garrison. So the AI does not rush it back immediately. Another bonus of standing army is that they can recover, unlike levies, but they only recover in your own lands. Not even sure if that's... Our subject land also can't, as you see, they just recover. I can actually marry my heir to Austria. Yeah, how about we try it? Oh, poor England. In the meantime, how many characters did we get to? 151, so we're steadily increasing that number. I'm actually not that far away from becoming a military hegemon. So let me just recruit some Tamar arms. I wanted to vote for a bull before pissing out, but you see there's another vote already ongoing. Now, with the military hegemon and such a low control in Lithuania, see, I can take plenty. I don't think the military hegemon actually impacted this yet. Also, again, I don't want to take that one location here. See, that one location. Ah, okay, now it updated. Which one that location was? This one, yeah. But it still cost me 1%. 3%. Yeah, I can take all of these terrains in one piece deal. Also, AE-wise, just Hansakers, which doesn't mean weaker. Look how the borders are improving. I'm gonna do another war in this session today to clear the borders even farther. Since we are hegemon, we also have more free deploy capacity. So let me release a few subjects. I'll first start with feeding these few subjects with lands, and then releasing more, as we want at one point to annex them, right? And the more subjects we have, the more they're gonna be hurt from me annexing. It's minus 25 relation for each annexation. So I don't want to be only left one province minor subjects. Now with this done, that is our diplomatic map mode, so we are up to 49 subjects, and we are still a bit below the capacity. The recruitment law is also pretty useful. This one is for late game, so I can just choose between this few. And to be honest, I don't need any levy bonuses. I'd love to get something else that is more useful, but you see I'm blocked to this few. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I pick. Peasant levy size is gonna be just more levies in general. How close are we to the other hegemons? Economic? Actually closer than I thought. Diplomatic, we are very close. No, not that close. France is just so far away. This one I'm catching up. I'm actually about to take this over, thanks to the university. A new dynamic historical event. You see there's a flag of Poland here, so that helps us understand. And you see the historical decision. Treaty of Vilnius. The future of the Baltics is uncertain. Though several wars of the region have already been fought, the matter of whose influence will preside over these territories is still up to debate, and more wars will be fought here for certain. So that's about Courland and Semigalia. So Kurland our subject. And I would get colonial ambitions. Where you are? You're over here. Okay. Yes, please colonize. I actually also started annexing... will start annexing these guys. Just to make sure that I'm taking over the Riga nodes. And over time, once I get control there, I'll also be obviously increasing our trade advantage and trade income from these terrains. It also just became an economic hegemon, which is ultra important because that gives more cultural tradition, but more importantly, assimilate area cabinet action. So I'll be able to go ahead and assimilate the whole area. Like, I think I'll start with Slovakia to make these locations my cores. Now, because I stacked bonuses to cultural influence, you see I'm getting plus 50% bonus from it. The lack of control doesn't help. So it should be like faster, for example, here. That still is very rather slow, but this is already 125 people from Lesson Polish. We're gonna fix it slowly. I'm done doing advances in Age of Renaissance, which means I have to embrace institutional Age of Discovery. One thing that is my focus in this age is definitely paved road, which is actually next to a Council of Freelance, whatever it is doing. And this will be in the printing press. So we go ahead and embrace it, even though it costs a lot of money and stability. So you see on the way I will get some max literacy, diplomatic capacity, stuff that we definitely need. Crown power, cabinetcy just next by. I'm wondering what is this Polish advance doing. Definitely I need the printer shop and books output. Also cabinet laws, influence, and Polish Renaissance will be useful. Over here we'll be having some stuff from the admin focus we picked. Yeah, conversion assimilation speed, efficiency of the cabinet, some mining outputs, spy network for sure, monthly diplomats for sure, speed of integration. All of this is actually very useful. I know some Poles coming from the city will be happy, but we are about to turn Poznań into a city because it is hitting 30,000 of population. The Statues of Nieszawa, another historical event. After the previous concessions to the Szlachta and during our current struggles for power, Kazimierz V Piast was again forced to enter new negotiations with them. Well, the concession is probably, yes, a new privilege for Szlachta, which is totally us, decreases the parliament's supporting it for issue and the tax for nobility. But I'll make them super unhappy again and lose a lot of stability. Oh, since we allowed no historical for Mabels, Tunis actually formed Carthage. I think that's because they are in Sicily, right? Now if you think like that my Poland is so much stronger than the other EIs, size? Yes. Subjects? Yes. Total power thanks to this? Yes. But the base tax, you see, mine is 667. Bohemia has 950. Hungary has 500. France has 1000. England has... Are they bankrupt or something? But England is us. Castile has 620. Aragon has also us. Morocco is 500. Halic, however you want to pronounce it, called me to war with Hungary. Anyway, let me declare on Lithuania myself. I don't care. You deal with Hungary, I deal with Lithuania. Wait, that King Kazimierz stats are awesome. 91, 176. When did he get that? Oh, they got me to the war of Castile. Halic, what are you doing? I'm not gonna fight with Castile with 46,000 troops. This time I have some professional army, so I'm gonna just run around win battles. I also did recruit a few thousand of levies to help out. Sieging down Buda actually gives me additional offensive social value as well as some prestige. In the meantime, the assimilation is done, so I can switch it to now assimilate this area here. Or actually Prussia is better. Now that's actually funny. Look at what our cabinet is doing. They all are assimilating. So does it mean that like for example this one is double the speed because I do it through two different cabinet members? Yeah, it is double the speed. That's actually a nice combination to run both at the same time. And there goes also the paved road. So I've been saving some money on that. I will do it with the next parliament to also get the bonus for the road building cost. Let's just see a cost here. You see, I have to also reduce prices of all these free goods. Let's invest first some money to produce more of this free. I'm already doing masons. Now we just also need buildings for lumber as for sand. Because of the amount of the armies, this war already has 197 battles in 5 years. I just want to be out of it already. Okay, there goes the peace deal. It's just Croatia. Come on, peace out Hungary as well. There goes also an extra cabinet seat. How that guy will be focusing on improved relation and diplomatic reputation. Anyway, I'm about to get peace imminent from the Lithuania war. So let me piece this out already. Just making sure it's not saying here, but that should be for annexation. See, actually a bit more nations care this time. Many more nations care this time. But I think this calculation doesn't take into account that I improve relations with most of them. But anyway, just to be sure, I'm gonna improve with Novgorod, Chernigov, Smolensk, etc. And there goes the peace deal. Again, I got a big bunch of locations. Even here. Oh boy. Well, guys love to make some bad borders. So I received all of this. We'll be fixing these borders, guys. I definitely want to fix the borders by annexing them first, by the end of this episode. And I will improve relations for a few more months before I peace out. Oh yeah, I took some silver mines here. Let's just take trade efficiency. Anyway, let's peace out here. I'm sure this is gonna be enough of improved relations. Since I'm full annexed in Lithuania, I'm also taking over the subjects. Isn't this a perfect Commonwealth borders? Now we just need to make sure to integrate Halich, aka Halich, aka Halicia. Ooh, I could form Poland-Lithuania if I wanted to. And obviously I'll need to release subjects. I have diplomatic capacity for that. Now you see, only Chernigov could join the coalition. With the decreased prices of each of the goods, I got minus 14% cost of the roads. Now we just need a same that is gonna ask me, like, it's always there, and when I need it, there's no issue about building roads. Are you for real? As I don't care about this, I'm just gonna request additional taxes. Let's see, yes, 400 balance a month is what I'm looking for. Now we are up to 59 subjects, even though that in the meantime I've been annexing subjects, especially in my homeland. I think I don't care, I'm just gonna start building these roads. So in general we could upgrade it, but the issue is this button includes subjects. But the subjects have many roads though. Yeah, I'll be updating all of this because it's prioritized by let me just build my serf. Now, what is the free lands? So it's an inquisition law that gives culture's capacity and heathens beliefs. Counting using estate satisfaction and pop conversion speed. That one is actually more interesting. I will definitely switch to it with one of the future parliaments. King Kazimierz, she's just almost like his great grandpa, I think. 100, and just the third one is at 85. Some roads are getting done, so you see how it's gonna be impacting, like control, like this one is going from 60 to 64%, this from 41 to 45, this one from 41 to 60, and can we increase this one? This is 34 still. But still see how many more roads are to be done. These are in progress. Looking for my subjects, just out of curiosity, you see Porosia already has 140 base tax. South Livonia has 76, Mazur 75. These guys are making money. That's why I'm also getting 109 from these subjects. We actually just became diplomatic hegemon, which I didn't expect. But since we've got plus 30, another plus 30 populations, you see, I can improve the subjects up to 400. I think this has to be nerfed. And non-subjects up to 200. This age, you start unlocking workshops. Per workshop is making so much more money compared to the previous paper building. But I'm still working on the roads first. King Kazimierz is almost the max stats. I'm getting there. And same printer's shop. Workshop. We need books for libraries and universities, and this is just making them much more profitable. Halich is now integrated. which makes the beautiful borders. I just have to clear with Hungary, but that's for the next war for sure. Same as I love these guys. I'm absolutely in love with this. You see, this is not my culture, so I'm not having full course. So let's see, can we... Not Volhynian, not Ruthenian. Halkian, yes. Can fully accept it. Just slightly over the limit. And I can actually also quickly fix it by doing the assimilated area on Red Ruthenia. But that over a month tick is gonna turn all of these lands into full course, or at least the northern ones, because this is a different culture, this is Moldavian lands. And looks beautifully. And we'll continue improving that. Obviously the proximity, actually proximity spreads a bit towards here, so it's not bad. Also the the roads that I've built are helping. We'll need to get more roads towards this direction. Control is taking over some of the subjects, so it's gonna be dropping. It's dropping not that badly. And same as the control in the country is definitely doing great, like better than some of the AIs for sure. I'm proud of it. Let's see. Yeah, obviously this base tax is not gonna be as high because the lands from Halic are gonna lose control. But for now, since I immediately took them over, it's 1.1 thousand base tax. Let's finish this episode with a bang. I'm gonna go ahead and form the Poland-Lithuania, which I was actually checking has like 20-30 additional events. So it's not that bad. And since I'm on both turns of Lithuania and Ukraine of Ruthenia, you see I also have an updated flag, which just looks lovely, the triple union flag. Very nice, let's end here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you still enjoyed this series, let me know if I should continue and how long. And of course, subscribe to the channel to get notified about the next part.